Hello and greetings from the parish of Great Yarmouth to members of our churches, St Paul's, St Mary's and Great Yarmouth Minster, and anyone else who is watching today. I am recording this just shortly before I go away on leave, so I will see you in a week or so's time by the time that this goes live. It's been a busy few days here at the Minster, and see lovely pew ends stretching down the aisle there, and we've had a little flurry of weddings and quite a few baptisms as well, and it's just lovely having those occasions when we welcome people into the church. One thing that's going on at the moment, and I'm recording this whilst it's still very early days, but a significant thing in the life of the church, the global Anglican Church, is the Lambeth Conference, which draws bishops together for of the Anglican Communion, bishops from all over the world, and they travel to the UK. They arrived about a week ago. They spent time visiting and often hosted by different dioceses, and building up those friendships. Of course, the Anglican Communion is massively diverse and broad, and it's one of the joys of the Anglican Communion because our fellow Anglicans are there throughout the world, living out the same gospel of Jesus Christ, but in different ways. Some expressions which can seem quite different, cultures which are vastly contrasting, very different locations and peoples and understandings and different interpretations of Christian faith, different interpretations of Scripture and so on as well. The Lambeth Conference often is a time when the bishops come together, and there can be sort of dialogues, and sometimes there's some of the stresses and the strains and different matters of interpretation and belief. But my experience of travelling around different parts of the Anglican Communion is that it's a wonderful thing, even for people who perhaps hold quite different theologies or different traditions from myself. But I've always found it a very rich and very invigorating thing just to get glimpses. And those of you who hear me preach often have heard me mention times when I sort of visited churches in Africa, or I've hosted people from other churches in other countries who've come to visit us here. And I always really appreciate that perspective, because so often we learn when we listen to somebody else and we get a slightly different viewpoint from our own. So I hope and pray that in the days to come, or by the time you listen to this, the days that have passed of the Lambeth Conference have been a fruitful time, a time when our church leaders are able to come together and find more that they share and celebrate what they share and that unity that we have in Jesus Christ, rather than being pinched by the differences. And I'm convinced that generally there's always more that unites us with our fellow Christians, and that's particularly true globally of all Christians, but also in the Anglican Communion as well. So watch out, see what's been going on, and I will see you again soon. Take care, stay safe, and God bless.